today. So quick little video blog I wanted to share. For those of us who have kids, have you all been noticing that our kids been getting these weird symptoms lately, like a bug is going around, right? And the symptoms are usually they feel like they gotta throw up, or they throw up. It'd be like a cold symptom, like their throat hurting, and it just came out of nowhere, right? So what made me pay attention was the fact of when my daughter been having these weird symptoms of, and she haven't been around any kids, right? And some of my co-workers who kids were sick first have the same symptoms, and my daughter have never been around them, and it's just weird that they was having the same symptoms. And I'm like, that is crazy that a bug is going around and it's attacking our kids. I'm like, where did it come from? So I'm thinking maybe it came from the mosquitoes, because how in the world we just so happened last month in South Florida have a flood, and it flooded out everything. And now we've been dealing with these mosquitoes. For those of you who have been seeing these freaking mosquitoes everywhere. And mosquitoes, the only way that mosquitoes can continue to reproduce or lay these eggs, it has to be in still water. And there was water, and we was flooded out everywhere. And now these mosquitoes are everywhere. And now all of a sudden our kids have these similar or the same symptoms. Like, bro, I'm not crazy. I believe that these mosquitoes done carry something, and now they have our baby sick. So, you guys already know I'm all about prevention, and I'm all about finding solutions. Can't cry over spilled milk. A little frustrated. So I'm going to give you guys the remedies, the natural remedies that I've been using. Jada first started having these symptoms about a week or two ago, and I ended up getting rid of it the first time, right? And they end up coming back a few days later. So what I end up doing, for those of you who want, some home remedies, some natural remedies, if you guys ever heard of cutting a cutting a purple onion and putting it to the bottom of their feet, I'm telling you it works. Yes, it sounds weird, but it does work. So you're gonna cut the onion, you're gonna put it on the bottom of their feet, and you're gonna wrap it in plastic and put a sock on it. Minimum, I would say leave it on there for at least 5 hours. If you can sleep with it on, that's even better. But it will light up the room. I'm letting you guys know right now. It is going to be stink. However, it does work. When I did that with Jada, she started feeling better the next day. And things was going good. And then she had another relapse and started feeling bad. But this time, the symptom was now she feeling nauseated and she vomit. So she didn't throw up any food. It was just, I guess, just to be transparent, it was just clear green vomit. So she started saying she felt a little bit better. She did feel a little warm, but never like a fever. But I ended up putting the onion back on, and her temperature went down to normal. Her stomach ended up feeling better, where it wasn't upset anymore. But she did have a sore throat, so I did use some iodine and I rubbed it on her neck. For those of you who probably have seen it already, you can go to your nearest Walgreens, CVS, whatever your drugstore is, and get the liquid iodine, put it on a Q-tip and rub it all over their neck. It's gonna turn brown, so make sure they have on some dark color shirt or a shirt that you don't mind they getting stained. And once when it's on there for about 2 hours or a few hours, they should feel some release. And she haven't had a sore throat since I put it on there. So and that was yesterday or day before yesterday. Now we're dealing with her being congested and bringing up a lot of mucus, which is good that she's bringing the mucus up. That's a good thing. I did have her on a inhaler. You could get those from Amazon. I think the one I paid for was like $25. It was it's a portable one that they put on their face, and you could put like saline in it. If you have like some liquid vitamin C, you could put that in there and let them inhale that to open them up and to get the vitamin C in them faster too by inhaling it. Some of the vitamins I've been giving her is today, well, she's been doing a ginger shot, but not a whole ginger shot because she's only 8 and it's real strong. But I just been having her sip on ginger earlier before with the upset stomach to help soothe that. Besides that, you can give Seamoss if they're into that. But if she's like Jada, if they're like Jada, which Jada do not feel Seamoss at all, there's other herbs out there. Zinc, I've been giving her that. Today I just gave her a tablet, a chewable tablet, which had zinc, vitamin C, and elderberry. So we're gonna see how that goes. I also bought her some First Defense, which she ended up running out of First Defense before the symptoms started, like 2 weeks ago. So I went to the store and I just bought her some more First Defense. First Defense is very good because it's loaded with a whole bunch of different, strong herbs and minerals. So she just ate before I left. So when I get back, I'm going to give her some First Defense and she should be feeling a lot better. Her progress today, she got energy now. She's back being spunky, but I'm telling her to just, chill out and relax. Still give the body time to rejuvenate. She's drinking a lot of water. She's into orange juice. I'm not, but whatever's going to keep the fluids in, I'm fine with it. So she is drinking orange juice, not often. She just started drinking orange juice yesterday, which I'm really not a big fan of, but she drank 2 of those small orange juices yesterday, and that was it. But I've been making her drink a lot of spring water. Her appetite been the same. She haven't lost her appetite, which is awesome. So she's still eating. Besides the zinc, make sure you give them vitamin C. I did have her outside yesterday or day before yesterday when she first started feeling good, and me and her went outside and I let her ground and I let her be in the sun just until she can, she was ready to go back in. Which with her, it don't be long, but she did get a little vitamin D from being out in the sun. I did let her ground, so she didn't have on her shoes. She was just out in the grass for a little while. So if you do have some vitamin D laying around, get vitamin D if you don't want to, if your kid's not up to going outside. Vitamin D3, vitamin C. She did have some zinc for 3 days now. What else? If they are into Seamoss, most definitely. If you have other kids, their siblings that's going to be around them, they're not sick, still take precaution. So her 3-year-old sister, everything I've been giving Jada, I've been giving it to her for precautionary. The only thing is I haven't been giving her the same dosage. One, because of course she's only 3, but she also takes Seamoss and Jada doesn't. So we're supplementing out certain things. So because she takes Seamoss, then I have not given her any zinc. And I don't think zinc is one of those go-to herbs anyway, because sometimes it even have us adults feeling a little off. So that's one that you have to be careful with. So I give Jada a half a dosage of zinc anyway, and it haven't She haven't had any problems with it. But my 3-year-old, she been on the multivitamin. That multivitamin is loaded with a whole bunch of vitamins: vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. So if you could get a hold to a multivitamin for the other siblings that they've been around, do the multivitamin with them. I just gave my 3-year-old some First Defense, and almost every other night she's been doing the onion on the bottom of the foot, because that pulls out the toxins out of their body. So she's been doing that, and she did the inhaler last night. So she's been doing precautionary measures, and she haven't had any symptoms. Thank God for that. But we're going to continue hers, because one thing I noticed with my kids, I have a 3-day grace period. Once when one kid has been sick and the other kid been exposed to anybody that's been sick, within 3 days, that third day, they're going to get their first symptoms. So I always tell parents, start monitoring your kids, because they're going to give you that first sign. Within that window, that is you trying to load their immune system up when you know they've been exposed around somebody that's sick. So if they're going to birthday parties and you know somebody was at a birthday party, and say 3 days or 5 days or a week later they were sick, that means from now on, whenever they're around somebody, you got 3 to 7 days to load them up on vitamins and minerals, and make sure they're eating properly, so they either don't get sick, which most of the time that happens, or if they do get sick, it's not as severe and they get over it quickly. So for our 3-year-old, we've been doing preventative measures. For our 8-year-old, she's feeling a lot better today. The only thing me and my husband is working on now is finding out other triggers that either weaken her immune system, other than these freaking mosquitoes that I believe that they done put out here, and these chemtrails and everything else that they have. But certain foods, I believe, are her triggers too, which I already know my kids cannot have a lot of junk food, because that's one of their triggers. But I'm also monitoring her foods, what she eat. Is that also causing a weakening in her immune system, which I don't let my kids eat like a whole bunch of junk foods. We don't eat fast food, so their diet is pretty much okay. What my 3-year-old's on is good. The 8-year-old, we're still forcing her to try to eat more veggies and fruits and stuff like that. So I just came on here just to let you guys in on what we've been going through these last few weeks, ever since this freaking flood. You guys leave comments behind if you guys been having the same issues with your kids. And guess what? It just so happens to be the freaking weekend of Mother's Day. I'm spending my Mother's Day being a doctor, which it's okay. It all comes with the territory. My babies are feeling much better. If you guys have any questions or concerns, if I have the answers, you know that I am here to spread knowledge and help us self-heal. So I love you guys, and have a great day, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, all the mothers, grandmothers, godmothers, stepmothers, surrogate mothers, everybody that's just in that position. Happy Mother's Day.